All right, so let's take a look to see what happened in the markets today on Friday, February 26th, and we'll try to do this in 5 minutes or less. Wow, it was a wild day of trading with stocks making some really crazy moves. Let's take a look at the indices first. So starting with the Dow, which was almost 491 points at its low because before closing not far from here. As you can see, down 1.5%. Just got to show you a 5-minute chart here so that you see how crazy these moves were today. So we opened right here, and then you see immediately we were dropping, an attempt to bounce back, but then going down again, another attempt to rally into the close, failed. So we are closing pretty much at day's lows here today. So this is what it looked like for the Dow. Let's take a look at the other indices here, and let's take a look at the S&P. S&P was down 1% today before swinging a little bit higher and then closing down 0.5%. And then Nasdaq. Oh my, I got to show you the 5-minute chart here as well, because the Nasdaq today was absolutely crazy. So if you look at this, we are opened up here. So at first we were positive for the day, then moved all the way down, going all the way up, and then pretty much sideways here. So anyhow, the Nasdaq managed to climb to a 0.6 gain. But hey, all three indices suffered major losses for the week. The Dow being down 1.5% for the week, the S&P down 2.2% for the week, and the Nasdaq hit hardest. I mean, the Nasdaq is down, 4.9%, almost 5% for the week. The Nasdaq was the only one to end the month in the red here. So what happened today? Let's take a look at a few individual stocks here. And the first one is Salesforce. And Salesforce was the biggest drag on the Dow, as you can see, down 6.3%. Because the software company recorded strong earnings, but said that buying Slack, which they did last year, buying Slack will be a drag on future earnings. Now, on the flip side, two of the best Dow stocks today were, look at this, Apple. So Apple, really surprising. At some point, it was up 3.1%, but closed out overall at 0.2%. So also got hit here by this puke into the close. As you can see, there's a 5-minute chart. And the last 10 minutes going into the close here, let me just bring up my markup tool. This is when we really jumped all the way down here. Now, let's see where Microsoft stands for the day. So Microsoft going back to a daily chart. I mean, at some point it was also up higher, but at least we're able to close with a 1.5% profit. Now, Airbnb had a strong finish to the week, and it jumped up today, as you can see, 13.3%. Let me just show this to you here, right here. So 13%. Because several analysts weighed in after today's earnings report. So yes, we had earnings reporting today. And analysts said that Airbnb will likely get a boost as the economy starts to recover. Now, we cannot finish this without talking about GameStop. Oh my gosh. So let's talk about GameStop here for a moment. It couldn't turn into another win for today. So the stock was up 31% at one point before swinging to a 6.3% loss, as you can see here. So GME ended the week up 150% for the week, but closed out the month down 70% for the month. So we are down 70% for the month. So let's talk about next week. What's in store for next week? Let's take a look at the economic calendar for next week. Well, first of all eyes will be on DC after today's House of Representatives vote on President Biden $1.9 trillion stimulus package. And at the time of this recording, so right now, the vote has not been taken, though it is expected to pass. So for next week, as you can see, Monday, we get the ISM manufacturing PMI. And on Thursday, we have Fed Chair Powell speaking again. But let's be honest, the real focus will be on Friday's jobs report. So this is here where everybody will pay attention because last month the number came in much lower than expected. So it will be interesting to see what Friday report brings. So Friday's job report, as you can see previously, 6.3%. Unemployment is expected to rise to 6.4%, but we'll see what happens there. Anyhow, this wraps up today's stock market minutes. And, well, took us a little bit more than 5 minutes, but we had a lot to talk about. So anyhow, keep in mind, trade what you see and not what you think. Here we go. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you again next week. Take care.